see. Super IMs like John Bartholomew, right? Super IMs like Greg Shahade. Somehow Lawrence Trent got in, even though everyone knows he probably won't win if he's up a rook against someone, but he's in there.
Super IMs like you.
Super IMs like me. But no, jokes aside, it's going to be a lot of fun. The trash talk will be real. The fun will be real. So make sure you mark your calendar. Super IM, not a GM Speed Chess Championship going down at some point here in this month. In fact, the first matches get started on April 18th, as you can see, when the 1 seed takes on the 16 seed. So, okay, let's talk about our consolation matchup here. We've got Nihal Sarin getting ready to throw down. The young guy, now this guy, talk a little bit about the day we've seen from him, right? I mean, he's only 14, 15 years old, right? And he's competing with
Yeah,
the
he's
world's
15.
best.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Nihal. I mean, the way he beat Parham 2-0, that white game where he just attacked him from the start with knight c4, knight e5, knight g5 was just really impressive. I mean, it wasn't so easy to spot that. I think he saw it like 3 moves before when he played bishop b5. So his match against Parham really impressed me, but against Bortnik, the first game, he kind of got off to a bad start there, and then it was very difficult to come back. But generally, I mean, he's been really impressive, of course. So it's a good day for
Yeah.
him.
And his opponent, excuse me, Daniil Dubov, also super impressive today. Found his end, at least as far as the championship is concerned, just moments ago against Vladislav Artemiev. But a consolation match is underway. Nihal Sarin gets the white pieces. Something a little different here. He's been playing this d4, bishop f4, Arjan. And now Nihal going with one knight f3 instead for the first time, at least as far as the knockout is concerned today.
So he's changed his repertoire, and probably he was preparing a bit for this.
Interesting. Okay, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he continues to play some not so theoretical stuff. I think he just wants a position. We see b3, Naka stuff.
Yep.
Just gonna put the bishop on. Yeah, sometimes here you take on d5 and play bishop b5 check. It's you can do it here also, take on d5.
You still can play
It's
bishop
standard in
b5.
this
You can also
position.
play d4 here.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should see bishop b5 or d4.
And here we have our players. Good thing Nihal didn't listen to me after the last match, Arjan, and go to bed. Remember how I sent him to bed? I went dad mode and said, go to bed. But turns out he had
Yeah,
a consolation match to play.
he didn't hear you maybe.
You didn't hear me, just like my 14-year-old. What? I didn't hear you. I said turn it off an hour ago. What? Mom, I'm
He's
playing
going to bed after
chess.
this one probably.
Go to bed,
So
Nihal. No, it's worth $1,500, Mom. I'm not kidding. All right. Knight takes d4. Good position for
yeah, we
white, right?
see. Yeah, this is a standard position. Black has the isolated pawn, but at the same time, he's kind of active, and he has that nice bishop on d6. So it's not clear, but generally white is not unhappy to get these positions.
Right.
I've seen Hikaru play these positions a lot of times and just crush with white. So the moves of white are quite simple, actually. You just play logical moves and play against the isolated pawn.
Yep.
Yeah, knight f3. Maybe you play like a3, a3 b4 maybe, or
Yeah. Oh, in fact, Dubov wants to get rid of that dark square bishop, and it's always double-edged to do so, right? Because this
yeah, you
bishop
can
is
take here and play queen c1 maybe.
exactly like the dark square bishop is strong for white, but every piece you trade, usually when you have an isolated queen pawn, is kind of like not ideal. Very, very nicely predicted there, queen c1. Because the simplification can only be good for white. You get closer
Yeah,
to just
because
being able.
generally, I mean, if you change queens, white is not risking anything here.
Yep.
Uh,
And
by
if
the
the
way,
queen
it's a
moves,
mini match, right? So they play 2 games. It's not Armageddon.
it is a mini match. Yeah, just like the
Okay.
previous ones. After this, we will have our championship matchup between Bortnik and Artemiev. So don't go anywhere. The show rolls on, and
Yeah, I would be happy with white here because the play is quite simple. You have a nice knight on d4, and yeah, basically, as I said, you're not risking anything, and the d5 pawn can be weak.
okay.
But at the
H3
same time,
played.
Dubov Yeah. At the same time, Dubov played these positions a lot, so he also knows what he's doing probably.
Yep. Trade happens. We're going to see simplification and then a battle over the C file shall ensue, depending on how you capture here.
I think if Queen E2, there is Knight C3, which
Yeah, I
is
was
a
going
bit
to say the
annoying maybe.
C3 square is under fire, which is probably what he's calculating, considering taking with the knight.
But actually, Queen E2, Knight C3, you have Queen G4, just changing everything and
I like that.
trying to go for the mate.
He doesn't do
He
it, but
does,
queen takes.
yeah.
I like that idea.
He decides to be solid with Knight E2. Maybe Rook
Now you bring
D1.
pressure. Here comes knight F4.
To me, this feels like just a risk-free pressure for white. Maybe A3.
Uh-huh. A3 and B4, even B4 first, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just don't want that A pawn to be hanging in some
right.
positions, but still, it's an easier position to play with white.
So he
It
goes
goes
for your
A3.
idea. A3. Nihal Sarin takes a deep breath there. He's not down on the clock like he was in both of the previous two matchups, including the one he won. He was way down on the clock.
This position is not so hard to play. The moves are quite simple, so you don't need to think so much here with
Yep.
whites.
Vidit
But for
Gujarati
black,
hanging out. What's up, Vidit? Had
yeah.
a bad connection today, apparently. He's probably blaming me for that. He blames me for everything. Knight D4. Here comes the knight to F5. I don't
Maybe
not like it.
knight F5, Queen E6.
Queen E6 guards everything. Guards
But still,
E7.
Rook C2 double, slightly better for whites.
Okay, but
But
now
I
you
mean,
can take and play knight
it's
F5.
yeah.
Soren is... Okay, knight F5 will just be met by Queen E6, I'm assuming. Trying to be patient
Maybe
here.
I was thinking Queen C3, Queen C7, but I mean, you have to think about the A3 pawn, so maybe you want to do something about that first. I don't know if you want to play A4 maybe, and then. But black will go knight E4 next and try to be
Yeah.
active. So
He plays your
they are
move.
getting very low on time.
Speaking of move prediction, you're practically playing this game for Nihao.
I'm just lucky, I think.
No, I don't think so. You seem to know how to. I feel like I would have made many more impatient moves. I'm learning something by how patiently White is playing this. Although, as you said, Dubov is also very experienced here. It seems like Black is holding on with the weak pawn for a very long time and just fine.
But he
Finally, White
moved
is
back and
threatening Rook
forth now.
C7.
Queen C2,
Only
Queen B2. He also doesn't know what to do. But again, I think the speed is just really important here.
Yep. Dubov under 20 seconds. Nihal Sarin trying to use that time. Here comes Rook C7. Did he allow it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a mistake.
I mean, with 10 seconds on the clock, this position is much easier to play with whites.
Right.
Black might
Nihal,
be fine, but yeah, I
I
would
think he's
take
trying to calculate
whites.
whether he can take B7. Black is going to switch to the C file the moment he does and try to get counterplay.
Yeah,
Rook B7.
exactly. Rook
Rook
B7, Rook C8.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to do it. He backs up.
King
Interesting.
G2.
Wow. 6 seconds now. Dubov is up on time.
Knight C5. This is really getting tense. I don't know if we're going to see that H pawn be weak in the endgame.
Queen F6 might have been interesting. No, I guess it's probably just gonna
Yeah, Queen
repeat here.
F6. Queen F6 was strong, I think.
Okay, now the knight comes into E4. This is getting trickier for White.
Yeah,
Saren's
both down to
king.
3 seconds. It's really tense. Not sure White wanted to allow that.
I feel like this. Oh, nope, no F4. It wouldn't have been a good idea anyway. Now we might. Nope, we're not seeing a draw. Knight F3 though. Oh,
It's
knight F3
strange
was
to
knight
me that he
F4.
plays for a win with knight E6 because it doesn't
Oh, he's
really.
got B3.
But only White can be better after Queen F3, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. Rook c6 is a very nice move that
Yep.
he doesn't give.
Is he going to rush the B pawn? Here he goes.
He blundered. No. Uh, yeah, it's probably just going to be
A draw now.
draw. But white is the one who is pushing because the rook on a4 is kind of stuck.
Right. He should have. I think white maybe had a. No, I guess G5 would have just allowed Rook A5. Yeah, so he didn't want to play G5. Yeah, but it should be a draw now.
Yeah, you can't really make progress here.
Yeah. Okay, Rook A5 check and right back at it. Should be a draw. Nope. We want more.
But they are going down to 0.3 seconds
This
on
is
everyone.
crazy. Someone's going to lose on time. You guys, just can't we all get along? Oh my God, now Sarin's going to win.
I think we're going to see a decisive result.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Rook B8.
B2.
You can even play King E3. Yeah.
Not sure who will win.
I think white can win.
Take on F2.
Oh, that was a huge blunder. Just F4. He shakes his head. Of course.
King D5. King D5.
King D5 and black might have been the one playing for a win. Oh, Rook B4.
Ooh, Rook B4. Look at that.
See it. Oh my
It's
gosh.
amazing that he saw that. Wow.
Oh, Dubov doesn't even feel good about it. He's like, we had the position.
Ice
You
cold.
lost it. What happened
huge
there?
win.
Oh my God.
Huge win by Dubov.
Oh my God.
And he saw that the Rook B4 move so fast. That was very impressive.
Huge. Just to show quickly that final moment. Oh, no, that was from the previous one. No, we're moving on. But wow, Rook B4, super impressive. But King D3 was a blunder. He had F4 even instead. Because the Rook was stuck on the second rank. Even if F4, white is the only one who could win that
Yeah,
endgame.
I think he just forgot about the F2 pawn.
Yeah, just missed this move. I think
it's going to be really hard for
messed
him
up
to
my
come back
microphone.
after that.
Wow. Okay, well, $1,500 on the line. Daniil Dubov is getting closer to making it all worth it today. It's been a long day. Sarin is in the Hikaru camp, where he now has to get a win as black like he did against Peter Svidler. Not exactly the same opening.
Looks like
What?
the same position Hikaru had against
Yeah,
Peter.
I was going to say, it actually was, it was a French with knight c6. This is a Caro, but it reminded me of that for sure.
But I think this is a better version.
Better for black, for sure, than what Hikaru had, yeah.
I'm actually not sure about what Daniil is doing here. Just lost the pawn, and I don't know.
Yeah, he just takes the pawn and back that thing up.
I don't
Now
know where
knight
his
f4 is
compensation
coming.
is, really.
Play knight f4. Okay, he doesn't, but could have simplified it if he wanted.
I think black is better here.
Yeah, I agree. And
it's just a pawn up, so it's a great start to this game for Nihal.
wow, knight f4 finally comes. Been waiting for it, but Nihal wins this. We have Armageddon to decide who takes home the $1,500 third place prize. Again, if you're just joining us, the finals will be right after this. We have Bortnik versus Artemyev. I feel like
this
that's
is really
like
bad for whites.
Yeah, black is just up a healthy pawn, and the dark square bishop is a monster.
Yeah, exactly. Rook e8 now or something. Actually, you have to watch out for queen d3. That's the only thing you have to be careful about.
It's actually kind of tricky all of a sudden.
Yeah, not sure he should have allowed.
How do you deal with this? Dubov takes a big swig of that non-alcoholic
So queen
beverage.
d3, he wants to go. What does he want to play? Like g6 or? But g6 looks strange.
I haven't had water in a minute, man. Oh man.
Nihal definitely didn't want to allow this one. Queen c2 is really annoying.
Yep.
Yeah, I think white is fine now. At least.
Yeah, if you force g6, that's horribly weak on the king side.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can take on d5 twice.
Yeah,
after
I was gonna say he's taking
so
on d5 anyway.
You get back the pawn, and it's not what you were hoping for.
Chess TV chat called this. They're like, careful, Dubov is tricky, and they were right. Dubov is tricky. Dubov putting himself in a position now. I mean, remember, he's already up 1-0, so even a draw
Knight
here.
b4. It's really sharp.
Okay, this is the.
It seems like that rook is untouchable because of
Yeah.
bishop g6 in the end.
Yep.
Knight d5, queen d5, rook f7, bishop g6.
Yep. Showing it. Bishop g6 is a problem. Bishop c6.
Rook e4 is a strong move, I think.
Oh, what's going on? Queen sack. I love it. Rook d8. Coordinate
Well,
indeed.
I take that back. I think rook e4 wasn't really so strong. Maybe. I mean, it's
Now bishop
kind
d.
of
I mean, there's.
out of hand now. Those bishops could be really strong if black
I mean,
managed to
black has a million threats here. Knight
stabilize
takes
his position.
g2.
Yeah.
This is
But
going
this
to
could
be an
turn out
interesting.
really badly for white.
2 rooks for the queen.
Like, what do you play here? Like queen c3? You have to look up for tactics everywhere.
Yep. Zarin might be sending us to Armageddon right now if he can pull it off with all these pieces versus the queen.
h3, there's always knight takes h3.
Oh yeah. Okay, but here comes knight takes g2.
Yeah.
And the point, everybody, is if knight takes, king takes, there's bishop takes d4. Everything's falling apart here for Dubov.
This is a disaster for
Yeah.
white.
What
I don't see
a
any
cool
moves.
game. I love the queen sack.
You have to play queen h3 or something, but I goes queen b4. It's still, even just doubling the rooks should be really good, I think.
Yeah, just rook d to f8. That's a good point.
The black king is completely safe while the white king is getting killed.
He kind of does the same thing with this move, eliminates checks, and okay, but now knight e5 gets a tempo, so rook d7 was perhaps ill-advised. Black should still
Rook
be doing.
df8 looks safer to me.
That's a
But
problem.
still, it should be very good, I think.
Yep.
But it is hard to deal with rook c1. I mean, if queen d2, you always have to think about bishop d4, rook c1.
Okay, this just looks like you're close to finishing some sort of net.
Bishop g6 feels like desperation, but
A crazy move here is rook f4. Look at that.
wow. But rook f4, queen d6.
Oh, he goes knight f4, which also threatens bishop takes d. Okay, yeah, your move queen d6. I thought I had rook c1, but you're right.
So after knight f5 check, you're getting mated in some way, I guess. Yeah.
That has to be right. There has to be some rook takes and then mate. Where he'll
It
show us
feels
right
like
now.
mate, but
Bishop.
if there is no mate, yeah,
He's
I
already
think Nihal
calculated
has.
it. I think. No, he goes for it. He should have played maybe bishop takes f2. But no, it's mate. Knight
But
f4.
where is the mate?
No, there's no mate. The queen guards f4. He's
He
shaking
played
his
this.
head. What in the world?
He played this really fast. I don't understand.
Bishop c5. The queen is overworked.
Queen d2.
Dubov sits up. Okay, now there's all kinds of threats. Knights and bishop hanging. Bishop
Knight
f7
g4.
is.
Knight g4, king f5, queen c2 maybe.
Queen c2 coming anyway. You're right. What
I
a
think
crazy game.
I think white is in the driving seat now. I think he messed it up.
Queen d2. You can't play king f3 or king f5 because the bishop hangs with check.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's over for Nihal. The king on h5 was suddenly safe.
That's just fascinating.
It's a big turnaround.
There had to have been a mate there for black. I mean, it's over now, but wow. Dubov takes the $1,500 prize. Poor Nihal Sarin today ends in a crazy finish. But you and I, we have work to do here. Where was the mate?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It all happened so fast. I was trying to find the mate. I mean, he played this so fast. He drove the white king to h5 so fast, so I thought he had seen something, but I don't know why he played it so fast.
I think he missed that
wasn't
the
clear
queen
to
was
me.
hitting f4.
I think he saw a mate, but it wasn't there or something.
Right.
I mean, he
Because in
must have been
hindsight,
winning in a million ways, I think, with the king
yeah,
on
I mean, because you could
e1.
even play knight takes h4 instead of knight f4.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly.
it's plenty good, right? I mean,
Yeah, and with the time scramble, it's much more difficult to play with white, of course.
wow. But you got to
But
give
I think he
Dubov credit.
missed. I think he missed knight f5, and then it got out of hand, maybe.
Yeah, you got to give Dubov
But
credit for just
yeah,
ruthlessly, fearlessly bringing the king into the fray.
but it's a
Um,
miracle that the mate is not there.
yeah, we're actually going to be awarding Nihal Sarin a $400 fourth place prize. Sorry, $500 fourth place prize. Um, for his effort here, just out of the goodness of, hey, you didn't know this prize was coming, but we want to make you feel good anyway. So, $500 going to the kid for fourth place for the great effort. I only got an A for
That's not
effort when
bad.
I was a kid, but this kid gets $500 for effort, so pretty good for him. Um, and that is a prize we just made up just right now. So I'm not kidding, actually.
But I think Nihal should be happy with his performance today. Like
Yeah, for
he played
sure.
very good chess. I mean, just to qualify to the
Yeah.
on the top 8 is a big performance, I think.
Well, the prizes, as you saw already, the $10,000 that was at stake, including the $500 best female prize, which I'm not exactly sure who won it. Maybe we'll try to get that information. I saw some people asking earlier. Um, but uh, but yeah, the $500 extra prize going to Nihal Sarin, which he didn't know was coming. There you go. Go sleep tight, buddy. We'll put that under your pillow tonight. Um, Alexander Bortnik taking on Vladislav Artemiev. The finals are coming up. The Russian has made his way through. He beat Jan Nepomniachtchi in the first part of our knockout portion, and kind of just barely got by Jan. But he's played like a beast ever since. He's taken on Bortnik. Hard time knowing who I have in this one. Who do you think? Who do you think? So, given what we've seen today, if you had to pick a favorite.
I would pick Vladislav. I mean, Bortnik has been really impressive, but I mean, Vladislav, he beat Jan 2-0, and then he beat Dubov 2-0. So, I mean, that's so impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's not an easy thing to do.
I mean, it's also great by Bortnik to beat Nihal 2-0, but still, I think that Dubov and Jan are slightly stronger. So,
Yep. Well, our players are ready, and we are ready for the finals. This show is coming to a close here, man. I know you're gonna miss me, but guess what? We still got one last little bit to go here. So just buckle up. Here we go, Aryan.
I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, having fun with you for 5 hours.
It has been 5 hours. I was told this was going to be over in 3 hours, but I often get tricked into this. So, um, no, it's going to be awesome. This has been a great day. Shout out to the Abu Dhabi Sports Council who made this whole thing happen. Super generous prize fund for an event that we hope is delivering in their eyes. We really appreciate it, and they are the ones sponsoring this entire event. First ever Super Blitz challenge we've ever had, and who knows? Let's remind everybody of our daily question while we have a second. For any of you that have gotten involved in social media and give us your comments and thoughts on it. The world has changed forever with the COVID-19 pandemic and what things will look like on the other side, right? Hopefully, we're all making it through that. And when that changes things back to over the board chess, usually having bigger events, bigger prizes, who knows? I mean, this has been an interesting time, and we're looking to continue to roll big prize money events out. As we just announced, we have the Premium Arena. For the first time ever, premium members will have a chance to win cash prizes. So if you missed that announcement, it was a big one. There you go, May 3rd. Ariane, time for you to go premium. I'll spot you that premium membership so you can play. How about that?
I don't have premium membership.
I'm that was a joke. All right, here we go. Alexander Bortnik rolling with the C3 Sicilian. Can't speak anymore. The Alpin.
Queen C7, very original.
Yep.
It's not what you'd expect.
Not necessarily the top thing he's playing for, but fun little fact. If Sybil Elephant gets a win and a draw here, meaning if he knocks out Bortnick in clean fashion without Armageddon, he will also be the highest rated blitz player on the site as of this moment. So he's also playing for that #1 blitz rating here on chess.com if he takes home the championship.
He's catching up on Hikaru.
Apparently he's passed Hikaru. He's past Hikaru right now in blitz. Hikaru didn't have his best day today. Maybe he dropped a few points, possibly. Um,
Wow.
so
He
yeah,
must have
Artemiev,
dropped like 100 points.
but not that bad openings. Have you noticed that today? He's got this weird D6 system, and then he's got this Alapin, and he just kind of has his little. It's not exactly like a Hikaru Nakamura B3 special, but interesting approach to the first stage by him.
Yeah, I don't think he's the guy who analyzes the opening so deeply. He just
Right.
kind of similar style to Artemiev, just goes for
Yep.
some playable stuff. And here I think black is just fine, but at the same time, white shouldn't be risking too much. The speed is again gonna be really important in these positions.
Yep.
I don't know if we're gonna see G4 and bring the king.
He knows what he's doing, playing quickly.
He is allowing bishop f3, but actually black goes for it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
but
don't
you
think this
give white the
is.
bishop pair in the process, right?
Yeah, but I don't think this is bad for white. But at the same time, black is also not risking anything. Probably. Like yeah, a3, knight c6 is gonna go maybe rook c1. There is knight a5 though, which he has to think about. But then he can maybe just change and play bishop c2.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a solid position. But black is definitely okay here, I think.
Yeah, but it's interesting. These pawns are seemingly easier targets for black than obviously anything white has, and that's part of the
Yeah,
idea of
yeah,
this.
I agree with you. That's why I was surprised he played knight b1. He allowed bishop f3. I was expecting him to just go g4 and
Yeah.
not risk that structure, but obviously he doesn't care.
Artemiev taking his time. G6, King F1. Now here I'm expecting your idea of knight C6, knight A5 seems reasonable. Nope. He wants more.
Yeah, I think he just decides to bring the king first. Yeah, it's hard to imagine white playing for anything here. So knight a5 is going to play bishop c2, or yeah, knight d2 is also fine.
Yeah.
f6 will be always met by f4 because you don't want to take on f6 because then your structure will be
Yep.
ruined.
Bishop
Bishop g5 is
G5.
strong though, setting up a threat
Yeah.
of f6.
Yeah, now there's no F4. Indeed. Nice idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you should have played f4
Yep.
before.
Yeah.
Bishop g5 is a really good move.
Yeah, the point, everybody, is white definitely doesn't want to take it, and now he has to, but D4 is a horrible weakness now, and
Yeah, I think white is in huge trouble here. I mean, d4 is always going to be weak, as you said, and Artemiev is really dangerous in this endgames.
Vladislav Artemiev, you said it. You said he was going to win the whole thing, and right now, outplaying Bortnick as black.
Yeah, white just has to pray for a fortress here, but it's hard to imagine.
Bishop C3 kicks the knight back, but it's only a matter of time before black can start poking at new weaknesses. There's just too many weak pawns. 4 pawn islands here.
Yeah, but it might be holdable though
Yeah.
with best play, because knight f5 you can always take and just sit on the position.
Yeah. Knight F5, you'll trade. You almost want to bring the other knight in. No, not anymore. But was going to say there's like 97, 95, but that trade maybe doesn't give you winning chances either.
Yeah. At least Borthnick is up on the clock. So maybe he now played bishop a5 check. Yeah, and then bishop b4 maybe.
b6 would have been ill-advised because of the a6 pawn being weak, so that's a nice idea. Now you can play bishop back to b4. Well, he gives knight f5 and knight e4 to follow. Seems like a
Yeah.
weird move. Bishop e2.
I think he's just thinking that after knight a4, just bishop e1 or something, he's keeping it solid.
I guess so.
King d3 and knight e4, bishop e1.
Like, okay. Feels like
Not so
slightly
easy to create anything here. Oh,
only
bishop
18
h4 I
seconds.
actually didn't see.
Maybe he didn't see it either. In fact, the f
Or
pawn
can
is
you go
pinned.
f3 here?
Well, bishop e1.
Fe.
Yeah,
It's
it's going to
definitely
be
risky, but
okay, but knight
h5.
g4 allows h5. Yeah, and he does it. Whoa. Bordick does not seem happy with where the threat of this position is going, and I think
Knight g4
Artemiev.
was really surprising, I think.
Now d4
Now
falls.
d4 is also falling. I think this
Yep.
is just lost,
Artemiev's
probably.
going to take this down. I mean, Bortnik has chances. Obviously, Artemiev down on the clock as well.
Yeah, he's just praying that time is helping him.
Right, but f4 will fall, and probably Black has two free pass pawns without a lot of compensation. There's also knight d4 coming in a lot of positions. d3's weak.
Yeah, but 2 pawns, I think it's too much. King d7, bishop d6 next. I mean,
Yeah,
a player at Artemiev's level is not gonna have a hard
yeah.
time
Even with
converting
11
this.
seconds, the increment is the great equalizer. The chess will matter here, and this is going to be converted. Wow, what a great game. I mean, it felt like, I agree with you. It feels like with best play, Bortnik maybe had a better kind of fortress than he was able to manage, right? But somehow Artemiev broke it down.
Yeah, the knight g4 move was strange. I
Yeah.
don't know what he blundered there. Maybe he missed h5 or.
But this idea of bishop g5 and f6 was really solid technique there from Black.
Yeah.
And now you.
And now at some point e5 is gonna come.
Yep.
And then it's just the position plays by itself.
Ooh, interesting. He wants a5, I guess, to shut it down. Yeah, okay.
But I'm
Shuts down
surprised
the
that he's
studio, P Diddy.
not building up his time because he's down to seconds.
Yeah, now it's time to speed up. You're down to 3 seconds, and
But now the
but it's also
position
easy to
plays by
pre-move
itself.
now.
Yeah. Bishop f8, bishop e7 is nice.
Yeah, it's over. And bishop
A4
f4.
is falling, so.
Bortnik sits back in frustration, shaking his head a little bit. Not his favorite way this is going to end here. Okay, trying to play fast, trying to pre-move his way toward flagging Artemiev. Artemiev didn't have a very good connection earlier, so
He has to hope
shouldn't.
for the connection win.
Yeah, I was going to say, we shouldn't assume there won't be drama, and we know Bortnik is a bullet specialist.
Yeah, king d2 and then a4.
Okay, but this has been very good technique so far
Yeah,
by
this is
Artemiev.
resignable.
Here comes e2 check. No, he's just going to win all the pawns instead, I guess. Okay, bishop c3 is next, and the game's over, so he has to give up the bishop. And now you can pre-move. You can put the king on c4.
Now you can resign.
Yeah, and Bortnik throws in the towel. Oh wow, I was entertained. That's what I was.
Yeah, but it was surprising by Bortnik to allow bishop f3, I think. He did need to take that risk, but okay, let's see what happens in the second game.
Artemiev is a beast. I agree with the comments coming in that regard. Artemiev is currently, right now, he is the highest rated blitz player on chess.com. He has just leapfrogged Hikaru.
Squared.
Yeah, e4 is so nice. There's a d6 square. Call in my name. Bring it on home to me. 94. Why not do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna see 94, but black is gonna castle short, I think. But I don't really see anything better than 94, so.
There we go. Moobot bringing us the stats on Hikaru. Best all time, 33-32, currently 32-17. And that's a
Oh, so
D
you're
where we,
right. Artemiev has 1 point more.
as of this
You,
moment, but he would have to
you know your stuff.
draw. Well, I think even a draw would actually bring him back down. So he's not actually. He would have to win this if he wants to get that prize. I think he
Yeah.
cares a little more about the event, so I think taking a draw would be
Yeah,
okay.
probably those 2 ratings point is more important than $5,000.
You know. Okay, now White has C3, gain a tempo, and then play C4, gain a tempo. But this is about to get really weird, right? I mean, there's a knight coming into F4. Is it? Maybe that's too
yeah,
risky.
but you have Queen E3. I think it's okay. But Knight D6 is in the air. I think this must be good for
Has to be,
Vladislav.
right? Because the moment the knight backs up, this guy's coming. So the reason we suggested knight F4 is because at least you gain a tempo. But if knight F4, queen E3, okay, he backs up. But here we go. Put the knight on
Yeah,
D6
I mean,
and ask questions later.
This can't be good.
Whoa, that's a really strong move actually, because he points out the D6 square isn't going anywhere, and the only threat would have been castles long. But now with the rook on D1, you have these threats of knight D6 check and knight takes F7, just winning maybe the knight.
Yeah, and also the pawn on E5 is untouchable because of knight D6 and winning that knight.
Wow, this is just pain. Bortnick is like, might get a nice rest after this, covering his eyes. He's been looking at a screen for a while. That blue light will get you.
Yeah, so now you can even start thinking about doubling the rooks.
Yep.
Yeah, check first. Wow, G4.
G4.
If you move the rook, there is knight G5 in the air. F7 is falling.
Oh. That's huge. In fact, if rook H3, you have knight takes F7 right away if you're into it.
Yeah, he's really gonna get his rating in this game. He's not gonna make a draw.
There it is.
Has to stay ahead of Hikaru.
The moment I've been waiting for. Right there. G4.
Yeah, I think this is just completely lost.
Knight takes E5. Desperation. Bortnick goes in.
But I think he's losing a full rook, I think. I don't see.
Enjoy that back support, buddy. Enjoy that streamer share you got there. Well, this has been a wild day, right? I mean,
sorry?
It's been a wild day. Bortnick has played extremely well, but it's just, you finally run up against the train of the Artemiev train.
Artemiev just been too strong today. I mean, those nerves.
Yep.
Are really
this
impressive.
Guy's got. Oh wow, we're gonna see something nasty, some sort of fancy.
Do you think
finish.
he's gonna take the draw because draw secures him the win, or is he gonna play?
I might as well finish it off. This move threatens a smothered mate. Something like knight F7, knight H6. I don't know. There's got to be a sack on G8 or something. I don't know. Nope, not quite.
Rook D7 here just finishes it off. Any move, I mean. Queen E7 was also winning.
And now, you can even play knight D6 check to take away the queen's protection. This threatens the mate I wanted. If takes, you have knight H6.
Yeah, he wants that for
and then queen check, and then knight back with a smothered Venus flytrap. Please do it. Oh, he didn't do it. Okay, but now knight H6 is good enough.
Queen G8 next.
Queen G8 made him that way. Queen G8. Yes!
Ooh.
Yes!
That's
we
really
finished
nice.
off to show everybody the idea we wanted. The whole point is that rook takes D8 would have allowed knight H6 check, followed by queen check, and regardless of who captures the lady, the G knight, not the G knight, excuse me, the H knight comes in, and the G knight guards H7, and it's mate. So, okay, just amazing stuff. Vladislav Artemiev showing why he might be a future speed chess champion, honestly, Arjan. We gave him a direct invite this year, and I think it surprised some people that we kind of plucked him out and gave him a direct invite in the main event. But he performed super well. Ultimately, was indeed outed. But this guy is a rising star in Russia and a rising star globally now as well. So
Yeah, he definitely deserved that, I think, and he's also a deserved winner today. It's just really impressive stuff.
crazy stuff. Well, guess what? With that very, very fine finish, he not only ends the day with $5,000